So just finding your comfortable seat here, taking a moment to feel yourself grounded. Again, you know me, I like to do a little movement of the pelvis as needed, any little movements of the spine or the shoulders or up and into the head or neck. Anything that's going to help you be comfortable in the next couple minutes as we gradually now come into stillness. So perhaps taking those 3 breaths, on the exhale, softening the jaw and making that audible sound. Feel the real release of that, the connection deeper inside of yourself. As we let go of some of the layers of things that have kept us from being really connected to our deeper self. And coming back to breathing, just your natural pattern in and out through the nose. And beginning again to observe, how am I doing within the layer of my body this morning? As best you can, letting go of those parts of our mind that want to either tell a story or judge how things are. Just simply be in that place of here and now, presence and acceptance. Once you've had the chance to do that with your body, then moving now into awareness of the layer of the mind. And just becoming aware of what your mind has been busy with, what it may be still busy with right now in this moment. Observing it, watching it without being involved. Then turning that light of awareness to your breath itself and observing your pattern right now. What does your breath have to tell you this morning? And now invite your awareness to come into the level of your energy. And just perceive, however you may, your energy this morning. Letting everything that these layers informed you of guide you in what you do, both here and off of your mat today. May we, as we look at ourselves again at the end of our practice, see what differences this practice may hold for us. I've brought this morning a Yoga Nidra that has to do with healing. It is something, no matter whether we have something on a physical, mental, emotional, energetic level, or even that we may feel something that needs to be healed on the world level. May this practice bring us something that is valuable today. Please find for you your intention, any dedication you may wish to bring to your practice this morning. And once you've planted those seeds, bringing the palms together to the heart in the Anjali Mudra. And we'll start our practice together with 3 ohms in the Uchara manner, vibrating the A low, the U sound at the heart, the nasal sound in the head, the silence arising beyond. Exhaling. And inhale. Ah. Ah. And we practice together. Enjoy and love. Namaste. Om, om, om. Right. So having opened your eyes and brought yourself back here into our awareness, all I encourage you to do is just, again, let's just find a couple little movements, pelvis, spine, shoulders, head and neck. All right. And I'm going to, you can, if you're comfortable still sitting here, stay sitting on the ground. If you'd like to transition to the chair, we're going to do a couple things here with the ball. And if you have either your tennis ball, I didn't know what kind of balls you have at home there, Pam, but here we also have the smaller balls. So you may want to grab onto those dos and just see which one feels better for you. I'm going to transition up into the chair just because my legs are like, move me for a moment. I'm going to be sitting on the ground for a while. So you can have, if you're working on the chair, the legs on the mat or off of the mat, it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're first going to take the ball and we're going to work a little bit with our hands. So for me, while tennis balls can work, you got a little smaller ball than a tennis ball, right, Pam? Okay, all right. So it can work, but a smaller ball is going to actually get a little bit more around kind of the base of the fingers and maybe even a little bit into the fingers. So I'm going to transition. I'm going to use my smaller ball. So just start off, as many of you are, just kind of taking this ball and moving it around in the hands. And Peter, who spent some years doing lots of reflexology on lots of people, all of the nerve endings of our systems come down and into the hands and the feet, right? Yep. So you may find that there may be some places that you find in your hands that kind of go, ooh, wonder what that is. It's a little more tender than other places. If you find one of those places, you may want to take the ball and just kind of roll around that place a little bit rather than trying to bang directly into it. Just to see if you can maybe desensitize it a little bit by working around it. Some of us, I had some private classes with two women who definitely are getting into their elderly years the last couple days. And we're talking about both of them starting to have some arthritis in their hands. And so for me, I'm always looking for, are there any of these joints in my hands that are starting to feel a little tender? I want to keep aware of that and keep working with them so maybe I can prevent them from getting worse. I don't know. You know, all of the things that I do with my life are going to impact that. But awareness of that, and then deciding that it's worth it enough to me to keep my hands working because they're valuable to me, is helping me realize that a lot of times if I'm sitting at my laptop and I'm reading something or I'm watching something that I'm learning from, I keep a ball handy, and I'm doing this with my hands when I have the chance to do this. All right. So now we've done the center part of the hands, and you may have gotten up around the base of the thumbs and the fingers. What I'm going to have you do is take one hand on one of your legs now, and just really gently, because again, you'll feel that we've got, some veins and arteries on the top of the hand. Just do a little rolling on the top of the hand, and maybe with your hands spread on your legs, you can use that ball to kind of get in between some of the fingers as well, or between your fingers and your thumb. And again, just notice, feel. We're taking care with love. and attentiveness. Because it's not about it's not necessarily that you need to apply more pressure. It's about working with possibly the tissues and the fluids around areas of tenderness. And because especially sometimes the back of our hand has quite a few nerves, you also don't want to damage the nerves by pressing really hard either. All right. If you've gotten through the hands, when you do that, kind of come up around your wrist and kind of roll across. We have many, many little bones that are all like kind of dice shaped that create our wrists. And so you may feel, I can kind of almost hear the ball rolling over little pieces of bones. And then if you want, turning your hand over and doing the same thing on the underside of that wrist, around the base of the thumb. Maybe even if you didn't get the outside edge of that pinky side of your hand as well. All right. And then we're just going to pause for a moment. Take that ball kind of in between your knees. Just hold on to it. And just set both of your hands facing up or down, doesn't matter, on your legs. And see if you notice the difference. What's the difference? Describe it.
This one feels alive.
Yes,
Tingly.
yes, it's really more energy.
More energy,
There's
tingly,
obviously some blood flow going on.
alive.
And I discovered things that I didn't know there were.
Discovered some
It
tender
seems,
spots in there.
mine seems looser too. This,
Looser now?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you try closing each of your
Yeah.
hands, doesn't that feel
yeah,
different?
feels
The
more
movement feels
flexible.
different.
Yeah.
Your other hand is so jealous.
So
Let's
jealous.
go. All right, other hand's turn. So again, just starting with the ball on the inside, the palm side of the hand. And give yourself some of this rolling. So, again, it's not surprising that when we give some care and love and attention to part of our body, it responds. Because again, most of the time, unless we're consciously doing it, if you think about what messages do you usually send your body, they may not always be of love and acceptance. Especially if we have something that's bothering us. Oh, that hip of mine again. Damn it. I can hear myself. I can hear inside my mind the conversations I have. Or my foot, or my back. Wherever that spot is. One of the women I was just working with had obviously some problems with her feet, and years ago had surgery on her feet, had pins introduced into toes. But what a horrific surgery, like obviously not a very good doctor, did a very poor job, and now her toes are really misshapen. She has extreme difficulty buying shoes. And so we talked about how many years she might have spent cursing her feet and what she might want to start doing and appreciating, loving the fact that she's still walking. They're still getting her around and having a life and all of these things. So being able to really remember this as we go through our lives of how we can appreciate and love our body, even if there's something that's going on. This might even be the time to love it even more. So having gone as much as you want along the bottom part of this, getting in between all of that stuff now, we're going to again take and place the hand onto your leg and do some work on the top of the hand. And again, remember this, especially on this side, being a little gentle with this. And just finding, maybe you want to trace the bones of the fingers. You want to get a little bit more in between the fingers if you can, into that web. Into that web between your first finger and your thumb. Wow, that brought a cough up. I wonder if my lungs are in there.
Maybe.
Yeah. Huh.
It feels good to me that the moon of the nail
Oh, getting into the nail bed. Oh, I hadn't tried that. Thanks.
Try it.
Good suggestion. Oh,
Feels
yeah.
really- Maybe my nails.
Well, and it is, we're in a new moon, so
Yeah, I don't
maybe
know.
that's a good fortuitous time for us to work with our fingers and the nail bed. So again, if you haven't, like going out to the side of the hand, getting up and into the wrist, coming there. I saw Isabel coming up and into your arm, of course. You can come up farther. Those flexors of our
It's
hands.
addicting.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, literally and truly, we could spend a whole class going
Rolling
doing this.
around, yeah.
I had a wonderful opportunity to take a class with a woman from, I want to say, the DC area, and she was out on Playa Grande, and she took us through literally about 2 hours of doing rolling over her body. Oh, it's absolutely delightful. So again, the underside of your wrist, getting into the outside of the hands, over here into the thumb a little bit. And again, once you've done all of that, maybe just kind of, again, hold the ball in between your knees and just kind of now feel both hands and see if it feels like you kind of balanced out how they feel, the aliveness. And just find a little bit of motion here within the wrists, fluidity. Thank you, hands. You help bring the world to me. I appreciate you. All right. And then just inviting that movement to come up a little bit more into the elbows. Maybe moving a little up and down. And then maybe holding the elbows still, but turning the hands face down and up, finding that rotation at the radius ulna joint. It's so amazing. I just saw a guy who does anatomy labs take an elbow apart and the beautiful shape of the bones in our elbow. Oh my gosh, I never realized. I like want to write a poem about it. All right, and then coming up and finding a little bit of movement in your shoulders. So finding a little bit of maybe flowing. How's it feel in that shoulder joint this morning? Maybe forward and back, maybe a little out to the sides, maybe some nice shoulder circles. Good. All right. I'm going to take this ball and I'm now going to set it somewhere where it won't roll away. So if you want to put it back under your blankets before we go into Nidra, I'll collect yours. Just finding a good spot for them. So let's find a little bit more movement then in the shoulders, maybe now a little up and down. And as you're doing this, you can always sway a little side to side. Good. And then from here, I want you to think of a little forward and back with your shoulders. So one shoulder really coming forward as if you were kind of dipping it forward. And then bring the other shoulder forward and kind of dip it forward. Doing that a couple times. Dippity dip. And then from sitting in your chair, and if you're way up at the back of your chair, you may want to scoot yourself a little bit forward so you got room for this. Now think about kind of dipping the shoulders back a little bit. And again, just be mindful of how this feels in your body. If you don't want to go too far, don't go too far. But a little dippity back. I don't know why I'm calling it a dip today, but I am. All right, good. So let's just get a little movement now in the legs a little bit here. So again, unless you've got one of those boots on your feet, if it doesn't feel good on your heels, what I want to encourage you to do is find your feet and just lift your toes up and bring them back down. Find your toes, maybe spread them a little bit as you lift them and bring them back down. Do that 3 times, spread them and down. Good. Now we're going to come up on toes and then on heels. And again, doing this as it feels right on your body. If there's one of your feet that you shouldn't be doing that on, then don't do it. Couple. up and downs. Good. And then we're going to do the sides of the feet. So you'll notice your knees usually like to move with that, coming onto the outsides and the insides of the feet. And finding and feeling that. Feel free. The legs are moving a little bit. It's kind of like they used to do the, what was the dance where they did?
Charleston.
Charleston. Thank you. All right. Good. So taking, again, if you sit up nice and tall, I think most of you can do this, is we're going to lift one leg and put our hands underneath that leg that we're lifting. Just let your arms support that a little bit. You're going to want to keep your abdominals engaged a little bit, your back working, and just kind of reach out and back and down. And doing this a couple times. Good. Now, that's bus stop number 1. Taking it down and rest for a minute. Bus stop number 2 would be doing the same thing, but holding on to the back of your chair or the seat of your chair so you have some more support for your spine and your tummy. So you can try the same thing. Lift that same leg up, stretch, and bring it back and down. Breathe. 1 breath to kick it out, 1 breath to bring it back, 3 times. And down. Okay? Wiggle, wiggle. So again, if that bus stop number 2 is not right for your body, for your back, for your belly, for whatever reason, remember bus stop number 1. All right? Let's do the same thing on the other leg. Hands underneath the leg. And again, support your spine. Feel your tummy muscles working, your back muscles working. And reach out through that leg and back in. Now, I notice when I'm doing this version of it, I actually get more extension, more length on the back of my leg because it's a little bit easier for me to do, right? When I go to the second bus stop of this, I don't find I do as much of that. I have to work more with the muscles here. So make your best decision. Should you stay with bus stop number 1 or do you want to go to bus stop number 2? Choose the right stop for your destination. Here. Whichever one you're doing, we're going to do about 3 more of these. Yeah, baby. And then bring it on down. And again, find a little movement, a little swaying of the legs side to side if that feels comfortable. All right. Now we're going to take the legs and open them fairly wide. And again, if you're still towards the back of the chair, you're going to find you probably want to come a little bit further in the chair. So this is kind of like that goddess pose or horse pose, it's sometimes called. And I want you to here find yourself just really starting to press down in the feet. I'm actually feeling like I want to walk my feet back a little bit as I do this. Press, 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 but also still feel your sit bones and feel that lengthening from the inner thigh out through the inner knee. And then from the outer knee into the gluteals now. And squeeze your gluteals a little bit. And let's go ahead and take the arms up and overhead. Rooting down through the sit bones, rooting down through the feet. Let's do a light twist to one side. So breathe yourself towards one of the sides. Hold maybe here for a breath. And then breathe it back to center. Go into the other side now. Hold it for a breath. And then breathe yourself back to center. And release the arms back and down. Good. Go ahead. And if you want, you could use your hands to help or just walk your feet back towards the front. Now this time, if it's comfortable, you could straighten those legs out a little bit and then do a little wiggle, wiggle. If that's not comfortable, you can always keep the knees bent. All right. So we're just going to do 1, maybe 2 chair sun salutations. All right. So this is going to be a pretty simple one. Pam, you should know this one. And I did it actually with the seniors yesterday too. So start off sitting with, again, your rear end towards the front of the chair. And I want you to try to feel like you're sitting in mountain pose. Even though we're sitting, what would that imply to you? If I want to press down on my feet, it's helpful to have them underneath my knees. If I have my feet back here, I can't really press as well. It doesn't feel as good on my knees. So having that feeling of my heels are underneath my knees, my feet are really pressing down, but I'm lifting up still through the arches of my feet. I'm pressing down through the bones at the base of my pelvis, my sitting bones, but I'm also finding kind of that lift from the pelvic floor up through the crown of my head. And if we took the hands down to the side, reaching the palms down towards the ground, then I'm also grounding there, still lifting through the crown of the head. Who knew sitting could take some work? All right. And now let's return the hands back to the heart, remembering here your intention, your dedication. Keeping your legs in that mountain pose. When you're ready, and breathe your arms up and overhead, finding Urdhva Astasana, or arms reaching up pose here. Stay grounded through the feet, stay grounded through the sit bones. Holding for 2 more breaths. Good. And then we're going to bring the hands down towards the legs, and we're again going to walk the legs open, depending on your spine, folding forward into a forward bend. So you can fold as far forward as you want. You can round your spine. You can keep your spine neutral. Find your forward bend. We're going to hold that for about 3 breaths. So where do you want to come to? Some of you may want to drop your hands down to the ground. That may be where your forward bend is. Some of you may want to relax your head. Some of you may want to keep your spine in a straight line. It's up to you. Find 2 more nice full breaths, breathing into that back body, feeling your breath and the energy there. After you've done those 2 breaths, start to bring your hands back towards your legs, bringing your body back and up. And just walk your feet back into it. Good. I'm going to take and we're going to do a twist. So taking your hands on whatever breath you want. Let's all twist to the right. I'm mirroring you. So taking your body over to the right, letting your back hand grab onto the chair wherever it wants to. Your left hand may be on the outside of that leg, palm into the leg, or back of the hand into the leg. Now just reaffirm both of your feet pressing down, both of your sit bones pressing down, lifting through the crown of your head, and taking your head, chin, and eyes anywhere farther you want to go. Lightly draw your chin in and down, and imagine your breath is now flowing on the inhale through the crown of your head all the way down to your feet. Exhaling from your feet all the way back and up through the crown of your head. Draw that energy all the way through your body. 2 more. And at the end of that breath, then gently coming back to center. Take a moment to pause, feel everything center in the center. Maybe relax your legs for a moment, wiggle them if you want. And then we're going to breathe our way to the left. Same thing, finding with that left hand, your hand finding the back of the chair, your other hand on the outside of that leg, either the palm or the back of the hand. Reaffirm then your feet pressing down, sit bones pressing down, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Lightly then taking that twist any amount farther through the head, the eyes, then drawing the chin in and down towards the chest. And we're going to take 3 nice full breaths here. Again, breathing in through the crown of the head all the way down to the feet. Exhaling from the feet all the way up through the crown of the head. 2 more times. And when you're ready, bringing it back and around to the front. And we're going to breathe the arms back and up overhead, back into our Urdhva Astasana. And then drawing your right arm down, coming down to the chair, finding a place to hold on to there. And then starting to take a tilt over to the right side. Holding this for a couple of breaths, but taking and trying to breathe into your right lungs, the side that you're taking it over to. Breathe into those side lungs. Filling and emptying. As you're ready then, breathe yourself back and up. Let your right arm join your left. Bring your left down to the chair. Lengthening, use the chair for support, taking it over to the left now, a side twist, not twist, a side curve, and breathe into your left lung. Find that filling there, supporting you even as you come over and curve the spine to this side. Maybe 1 more breath. And then breathing yourself back and up, bringing that left arm with it. 1 more time, affirming the grounding through the feet, the sit bones are lifting through the heart. And bring the hands then down to the heart. Check in with body, mind, breath, and awareness of energy. Taking the hands now onto the legs, we're just going to do some seated cat-cow. So if you know how to do this already, start on. I like to put my hands kind of in front of my knees if your arms reach, because then as I'm doing that cow pose, I can kind of pull on my legs to help lift through the heart, draw the shoulder blades down, lifting through my eyes. And then as I'm ready for cat, draw the navel to the spine, draw the head down, and I'm kind of pushing with my arms, my legs farther away from me. Moving with your breath, whichever breath you want to do with each one. Begin to move with the pattern of your inhale and exhale. And feel free to meow or moo as you care. Moo. Meow.
The seniors have a lot of fun with it.
I have a lot of fun with it. Meow. Feel the movement of your spine. Health into the discs, into all the muscles up and down our spine. Health into all the organs of our body. Whenever that feels complete, coming back into center, and let's just find mountain pose, seated mountain pose again. Hands at the side, feet grounded, sit bones grounded, crown of the head lifted. And now feel your body. Be aware of how your mind is doing. Aware of your breath. And aware of your energy. Beautiful. Once you've done your observation and you're ready, gently open your eyes. How's it feel?
Nice, nice.
All right. Pura vida. So guess what it's time for? Time to get ready for some yoga nidra. So anyone that wants to use the restroom, go ahead and use the restroom right now. Pam, I know you're going to shift and get yourself into location for yoga nidra as well. Please do so. So we have, what I'm going to recommend is, again, because they're doing the construction down there, we have the road noises, that you in this room have your head towards me so you can hear a little bit better. Any of the tools that you want for getting comfortable. If there's something that you'd like and you don't see it here, let me know. I'm going to grab onto my balls, put them away. Thanks, y'all. I'm putting my shirt today. Wow. Clean up in here already. Oh, us.
Special delivery. Oh, you can't read.
All right. So finding whatever supports you may want. If you want to have something, I definitely recommend having a little something underneath the head so that your head doesn't feel like it's going to be driving down into the concrete. I also recommend that you have a little bit of something maybe underneath the knees. Anything else that's going to make your body feel comfortable. And Pam, just so that you know, in just a moment, I'm going to turn the camera onto a picture. also going to change the view here to focus on me because we don't need to be watching you. Okay, so let me find my share screen. Share. Voila. Okay. Anybody have anything else that you want? Okay.
Yep.
Lillian, you good? Yeah. Isabel? You have something? Okay. Would you prefer to have 2 more blankets underneath your arms, or is that enough with them? That's good.
I'm finding it.
Finding the right pillow.
Well, yeah, it's
Okay.
too much to little.
Okay. It's
Like
worth
the three
finding
bears.
just that right amount.
Yeah.
So please do find just that right amount. I'm going to get my script set up here. Take these next minute or two, and please do any last wiggle wiggles, any last, here's where I want my head to be, here's where I want my arms to be, exactly where you want your shoulder blades, the base of your spine, your heels, your hands, all of that. Taking now any more time to feel the body completely now in peace, in its location, exactly where you want it to be. Take a couple nice full breaths here, feeling that breath, filling your body, helping you to feel the groundedness of Mother Earth underneath you, having created this beautiful nest to lie in upon her, and feeling her support. You are held, feeling the security of her underneath you. Invite yourself to now breathe your breath down through your legs to your feet and toes. And on a nice full exhale, relax any amount more, your toes, your feet, lower and upper legs. Letting your legs soften and relax. Invite your breath now to do the same thing from your shoulders, flowing through your arms all the way out to your fingers. And with some nice full exhales, feeling your hands and fingers, lower and upper arms, release any amount more, coming into peaceful relaxation. Inviting then your breath to come into the pelvis and low back and belly area. Feeling with some nice full exhales, all the muscles and organs and tissues and bones of the pelvis and low back, softening, releasing, and relaxing. Feel the gluteals nestle down, the sacrum well supported. Now invite that breath through the rest of the middle part of your body. Your rib cage, middle, back, and front, upper back, and chest. Those nice full exhales, releasing, softening. Feeling organs and muscles, tissues and bones. The middle and upper body now relaxing and softening any amount more. And invite now your breath and awareness to come up and through the shoulders and into the neck and throat, softening, releasing any leftover tension or tiredness in this area. Feeling as the throat softens, the neck relaxing into Mother Earth, shoulder blades well grounded and supported. And we release even the metaphorical things we're carrying on our shoulders right now. Invite then your breath and awareness to come up and through the head, through the face, through the sides of the head, the back and top of the head. And feeling with each exhale a softening in the jaw and the mouth and the tongue, in the cheeks and the ears and the eyes, and in the forehead and the brain itself. Everything softening, releasing, relaxing. Thinking now about that you're going to enter into a practice of Yoga Nidra, where the most important thing is for you to hear and to feel and to be aware. You try not to sleep, even though if you do fall asleep, that might be what exactly you need. Part of your mind will still be able to listen and absorb. Right now, I want you to invite your ears to go to the farthest sound that you can hear without labeling it or analyzing it. Just simply go from sound to sound far off in the distance. And now bring your awareness to sounds that are closer in, perhaps still outside of the room that you're in. Again, no need to name them or label them. Just let your ears go from sound to sound. And now bringing your awareness to the sounds inside of the room that you're in, close by you. Sound to sound to sound. Be aware of yourself in the center of a circle of sound. None of them will bother you. You are the center of a circle of sound. Now within this comfortable stillness and awareness of the body, notice the breath and the qualities of the breath. Notice the uniqueness of the exhale and the inhale. The exhale is of release and relaxation, of letting go, of surrender. The inhale, washed with new life force, healing, strength, and renewal coming in. Notice this with your breath, the exhale and the inhale. And now shaping the breath lightly to make it as smooth and as even as possible. a breath even more balanced and more smooth. As you do this, you may notice you gradually go a little bit more inward. The breath may become even more effortless. Do this for about another minute or so, shaping smoothness and evenness within your breath. Now releasing the shaping of your breath. Let it be natural. And notice if there is any place of holding on to any leftover constriction or contraction. And have the idea to let it go completely through the whole body, completely relaxing to any amount more that you can. Let yourself have a sense of being drawn down into Mother Earth. Your body releasing completely into her. And now begin to reflect on the condition you want to heal, whether it be injury, pain, a condition, anything that you wish to heal or transform. Acknowledge what it is you wish to heal. Acknowledge the injury or pain, a sense of difference, without judgment, staying completely relaxed. Just allow the source of it to be present in your awareness. As you continue to reflect on what you wish to heal, notice any unique sensations that arise as you hold this. Anything that is seen to arise as you reflect. Stay with this present moment awareness and relaxation and the presence of that which you wish to heal. Now gradually allow those sensations to evolve into an image or a symbol for what you wish to heal. Relax and invite the image to unfold. Now clearing your mind of that symbol or image and return to awareness of the breath, the abdomen gently rising and falling with the breath. Sensing the breath returning back to its very even, very, very smooth pattern. Invite the breath to be the most comfortable it can be in this moment. There is wisdom shaping each breath and the effortless transition between the inhale and the exhale, and the exhale and the inhale. Now bringing the awareness to the center of the eyebrows. In this location, picturing or sensing a soft light of healing, of nurturing at the eyebrow center. Starlight, relaxed, healing, effortless awareness. Now awareness at the throat center. Again, picturing or sensing the vibrancy of a soft blue-white healing light. In the right shoulder, inside of the joint, a soft blue-white healing, nurturing light. Inside the elbow. In the right wrist, soft starlight. At the tip of the right thumb, healing light. The tip of the index finger. The middle finger. Tip of the ring finger. The little finger. In the right wrist, soft blue-white light. In the elbow. Inside the right shoulder, healing, nurturing light. At the throat center, inside the left shoulder, starlight. In the elbow, in the left wrist, soft white light at the tip of the left thumb. The index finger. The middle finger. The ring finger. The tip of the little finger. Inside the left wrist, soft blue-white light. The elbow. The left shoulder. Healing light at the throat. The center of the chest. Soft blue light. The right chest. Healing light. Center of the chest. The left chest. Blue-white healing. The center of the chest. Blue-white healing light at the navel. At the tip of the tailbone. Inside of the right hip, blue-white healing light. The right knee, nurturing. The right ankle. The tip of the right big toe. Light at the tip of the second toe. The third toe. The fourth toe. The fifth toe. Inside the ankle, white, blue light. The knee. Inside the right hip, healing light. The tip of the tailbone. Inside the left hip, soft, white blue light. The left knee. The left ankle. The tip of the big toe, healing light. Tip of the second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. The tip of the fifth toe, white healing light. Inside the ankle. The knee. Blue-white healing light at the left hip. At the tip of the tailbone. Healing light at the navel. In the heart center. In the throat center. In the eyebrow center. Now feeling all together, all of these points of soft healing light throughout the body. Like the stars in the night sky, this connection and web of healing light throughout the body. Feel the vibrancy, their light. Relax now, no effort. Resting in the space of the whole body now. Sensing and feeling you are space and you are awareness. Now be aware that the space within you is not confined by the body. It is boundless, inside and outside the body. Space is awareness. You experience all the points of light within and all around you. Infinite space, infinite awareness. Within this awareness is the innate ability to heal. Aware now of your own innate ability to heal. The very source of healing within this spacious awareness. Sense this healing ability, the essential being there within. Begin to sense healing potential blossoming into sensation. Become aware of any unique sensations that arise. Then have the intention these sensations will evolve into a symbol or image that is the cure for that which you wish to heal. Invite the sensations to be revealed as the antidote to the symbol you experienced earlier. Trust your healing power, your ability. Trust the image to be revealed. It may be something known or unknown to you. Relax and surrender. Trust your body's awareness and healing intelligence. See or feel this image growing, taking shape within you, filling all parts until you become the embodiment of this image. Relax and become the image. Sense your awareness itself being shaped by this image, this symbol. Awareness has become the healer, giving and receiving the healing. You are the healer. You are healed. Now release the image, releasing the symbol. Bringing your awareness once again to the center of the chest, the heart space, the soft blue, white light there. Soft blue, healing light. Always there within the heart. Sense your body open, having received healing, nurtured. Simply be aware of the awareness within you itself. And ask if there is anything else you need to know specific to this healing at this place, at this time. Any other guidance that will be helpful or meaningful to you. Trust and relax without effort, receiving guidance. Turning now to spacious awareness. And feel the expansion of a soft golden light surrounding all of your body, about 1 arm's length all around you. an egg of golden light surrounding all parts of you. This light that many traditions have seen and know to be there. Feel the softness, feel the security, feel the wisdom all around you, and the light within you. Become aware once again of the sense of that smooth, even breath. Aware of the navel rising and falling with the breath. And invite the breath to deepen lightly now. Invite yourself to once again become aware of the sounds around you. Invite yourself to become aware of the sounds within the circle of sound where you have been at the center. Become aware once again of the sounds outside of the room, off in the distance. And then gradually become aware once again of the sense of your body lying here, having practiced Yoga Nidra. As we bring this practice to a close, invite yourself, when you're ready, to begin some familiar, gentle movements with your fingers and your toes. Gently and gradually, inviting those movements to get a little bit bigger. Perhaps it'll feel good to do a nice full stretch of the body. Eventually and gradually, drawing the knees up and in, finding your way over and onto your side. The practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. Take your time, there's no rush. Move gently and easily when you're ready. Eventually, bringing yourself up to sitting up again. Invite yourself as you come back up.
You can always keep eyes soft or closed. Finding a seated position once again.
Let it be comfy. And I invite you to, if it's comfortable, place the palms facing up and join the thumbs and index fingers together. That spacious awareness, that healer within us. May they come, may they be of benefit. May we bring the best of ourselves following this out and into the world, sharing and spreading that light. As you're ready, then bringing the palms together. Lightly bowing the head to honor all you are and all you experience. May it be for a blessing. We'll close this practice with a single chant of Om in the same manner we began. Exhaling together and inhaling. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much for your practice.